Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Dragon of Icespire Peak. We're on our fourth session this time around. We are still down one player. Hopefully, everything will go back to normal after a couple of crazy weeks of November. But we have got one of our missing players back. Very happy to have him back on board. I'm going to switch over to the guys right now so that everyone can say hello. What's happening, dudes?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, it's Darren.
Yep.
Oh, Theron Gillinoodle. And
Thank God he's back.
Orsic, you might realize that I had to change your name tag. I still have to do that to
That's a very long name now.
I still have to do that to our poor man down there, but
Is it on the Twitch or?
it's on the
What do you
Twitch, yeah.
It's on the Twitch. Go to the Walmart.
On the Twitches.
It's on the Twitcher.
On the Twitcher.
I might. It's on Twitter.
Let's see. Let's see here. That's okay. Oh, PlayStation ad. Love PlayStation.
Love ads. Love PlayStation ads.
Yeah.
You know what, Nate? I understand about Elden Ring where you stop playing. 'Cause I play that a lot.
Yeah. Dude, don't play Vampire Survivors. Don't do that.
I won't.
Sounds like a challenge.
Oh, if you want your time, don't play that game.
No,
That's all I
never.
should say. Glad you're enjoying Elden Ring though. Dorsic Frostbeard. Okay, Dumbledoresic Long Drop Frostbeard in the corner.
Wow.
That's nice. Thank you.
Ah! Solid.
Thank you.
Solid.
It's beautiful.
All right, guys. Well, let's jump into this. So, in our last session, this party spent the rest of the day having a few drinks at the Stonehill Inn after returning from Tresenda Manor. They spent their time with Lenine and Colleen and the rest of the people in the Stonehill Inn. Well, part of the party moved into the inn. You guys discovered that Orsic had taken an independent leave of absence. As puzzling as it is, you guys filed into the inn to celebrate a day well done. Following a heavy drinking session, you decided to tackle your remaining quests. You headed out to Umbridge Hill first, where you encountered a manticore harassing Adabra Gwyn, the local town healer. She thanked you for fending off the manticore, and Calais mumbled about his loss of 30 gold. The party left Adabra's house and decided to continue on to the excavation that was taking place at the base of the Sword Mountains. You guys encountered two dwarf archaeologists that were in the process of uncovering a temple dedicated to the Dwarven god of greed. You assisted the dwarves with clearing the temple of the monsters, but suffered a great loss through the death of Calais. As the rest of the party are leaving, they come up against an orc family that's looking for a new place to call home. You and the dwarves made your way back to town after making an agreement with the orcs. Upon your return to Fanlin, Roscoe, you decided to collect on your quests. You were given the bounty for one of them, which was for Adabra, but Harbin Wester expected better proof for the completion of the other one. It is now evening, and time for the remaining members of the party to rest. From there, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of like go back in time a little bit from when Orsic actually left you guys alone in town. So Orsic, as you leave the village without a word to your new companions, you feel compelled to follow the vision you just had in Tresenda Manor. It leads you up the Tribor Trail, banking the Neverwinter Wood. You've been walking all day, and the moon begins to push the midday sun out of the sky. As night falls, you come across an open field with tall grass next to the trail. Your mind starts to buzz a bit as your senses alert you that what you're looking for is close by. What would you like to do?
I guess. I mean, would this be a good place to pitch a camp and rest for the night, and maybe look around a little bit, but have a place to base out of.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So you watch the tall grass slowly bend in the wind, but as you look closer, you realize that there appears to be an area within the grass that's flattened out, with a small amount of light emanating from its center. You can't see anything within the flattened area, but you can try and get closer to find out what it is.
Yeah, let's move over and
Do you want to
guess-
do this like stealthily, or do you want to...
I mean, it seems like I'm alone, so I guess maybe not too worried about what's around. So I don't know. Guess you never know, but let's just walk up to that light. Let's see what's going on.
Okay. As you get closer, you discover a small clearing with a dwindling campfire at its center. There's a bedroll on the ground, and what appears to be a gnome dressed in heavy armor, warming his hands against the campfire. You're introduced to... Hold on a second. Deuterombus Brazenbach.
No, that's
Rhombus
Brazenbach.
Brazenbach. Who's sitting at the
Rhombus
campfire.
Brazenbach. Yeah. Okay.
So you guys have
I
an
asked this-
opportunity. Yeah, sorry, Karen.
Yeah. Oh, I'd like to ask to sit down. If he would let me.
Hey, yeah, the more the merrier, man.
Oh, this is
Happy
you.
adventure to you.
Happy adventure to you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm Dude. What's your name?
I'm Orsic Frostbeard. Some
That's
call me
righteous
Dumbledore
name, man.
Longbeard Frostbeard, but that's the short version.
I like the long version. It suits you.
Thank you. It is more to the point. Well, what brings you here?
Just traveling, doing righteous stuff. You know, helping people out, bringing peace wherever I can.
Did you do that today? Do you have any stories to share?
No. A lot of times people yell at me when I try to get in their business, trying to find good ways to do that, but I'll figure it out.
Well, you seem nice enough. I mean, thanks for spreading the good vibes and letting me hang out.
Yeah,
Um,
anytime.
Yeah. Man, do you have any wisdom or thoughts or vibes you could share with me, my dude?
Well, sometimes you eat the bear, sometimes the bear eats you. That's a good one.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Have you ever eaten the bear?
Can't say I have. That bear gets me every time.
Okay, but you're still around, so that's good. I'm glad you're still here.
Yeah, Eldath willing.
Very good. Well, are you you know where you're going next? Do you want to join with me?
Yeah, sure. I'm kind of on a crazy quest to find a magical tapestry.
Okay. Well, I don't.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of clues. I'm just looking for happy gnomes.
All right. I could. Would you allow me to join in with you?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Would love that. Should we get some rest?
Yeah.
All right. I pitched my camp over that way, but if it's fine with you, I might stay by this fire, stay warm.
No, yeah, it's a lot safer to gather up together.
All right, let's do that.
All right. Good night.
Good night, my dude.
All right. As the night wears on and two of you get acquainted and you go to sleep, you take a really nice long rest. It's very uneventful. Just the sound of the wind blowing over the grass. Waking up the next morning, Orsic, you feel more sweaty than usual. You turn around to see a large white wolf laying at your back. As you stir, so does the wolf. as you look into its eyes, it gives you a lick and stares at you with its own sleepy eyes. The opal in your pocket is practically humming at this point. Dude, you open your eyes from where you are sleeping and notice the winter wolf.
Hey, that's a big marmot. Is he yours?
I think I recognize this dog. Wolf? Do
Dog,
I?
no wolf.
Is
I'm
this the
sorry.
first time we've met?
I call everything that's furry a marmot.
That's fair. I think it's a winter wolf.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Looks pretty
There you
cool. I think it likes
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, seems friendly.
Right
Wonder
on.
if it'll stay with me. Be my boy.
Alrighty. So at this point, let me just find this thing. Yeah.
Got a white wolf right behind me. Real life.
I don't have any pets up here. There's a corgi downstairs.
A
I
marmot.
don't want a corgi in D&D though.
I got a cat somewhere.
Thank you.
Hmm. Remo, you got a marmot?
No.
You got
A
lots of
varmint? That's what we're gonna call him now.
They're
You
all
got a
marmot.
varmint? Also, this isn't for Remo. This is for everybody else. I didn't even know this, but on bio and info on your character sheet, if you scroll down, it shows you the gaining levels thing. Because I was like, I forgot what I exactly got on my
Nice.
level up last session. So, anybody watching, wondering Roll20 strats for forgetful people like me, that's where I found it.
There you go.
Let's give it a second. Alrighty. So, Nate, this is essentially the opal that you got. And this is the winter wolf
Ooh.
sitting next to you.
That's a good boy.
That's a good boy.
All right. Let's see.
Super cool.
Oh, that's perfect. That's my dog. That's my wolf. That's my marmot.
My varmint.
My marmot.
Okay,
love it.
so essentially, like, he is independent, but he'll listen to you if you ask him things. And you'll just need to roll an animal handling check to see if he'll do it for you or not. So, like, you can get him, like, if you feed him and look after him and stuff like that, he'll generally follow you around. He might, like, walk away for a little while and come back, but he'll be in and about where you are normally.
Perfect.
And this is where you guys are. So each of these squares is like 5 miles. Make this guy smaller, yeah. It fits with you all.
Oh, is this something y'all can see, but I can't?
Yeah, because they're in a different area.
Okay.
You're in Fandolin.
Right.
So you guys can try and make your way back. The morning's kind of like started. You guys are around about like 20 miles away from Fandolin right now. If you wanted to head back, it'd take you around about the day to get back. So we can go over to Theron and Roscoe and pick up with you guys.
Great. Yeah. Head back. If that's
Okay,
all right.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow along.
Got my
Sweet.
dog. I'm fired up about that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Game Master.
He got his varmint.
Yeah, it's a wait for the right moment, otherwise it'd be too OP. Although you could have used it the last round.
It's all right.
We don't talk about that.
We don't
We don't
talk
talk
about
about that.
Alright, Roscoe and Theron, what would you guys like to do? It's now the morning. You guys took the night to rest after trying to get some money from Harvin Wester. You need to take
So-
some proof to him about
Yep.
the two dwarves. How do you want to roll with this situation?
So I guess the night before, the dwarves agreed that the next morning they would come with me. Is the last time I heard. So I don't know if I get up earlier than them, but basically I walk into kind of the main dining room area. And I sit down or I just am basically going down there to see if the dwarves are already around or they're up and around. So I just go up and talk to whoever's, I don't know if it's the same person all day behind the bar, but just asking if they've seen the two dwarves that morning at all.
Okay, cool. So Toblin is behind the bar. He's busy wiping glasses, and you can hear some clinking in the kitchen and stuff like that. You imagine that's Lupaloo.
Yep.
When you ask him what the deal is, whether he's seen dwarves or not, he mentions to you that, oh, yeah, they were fairly early this morning. They seem to have walked out the door. They didn't say anything about coming back, but you never know. Maybe if you grab a bit of breakfast or something like that, they might come back. Speaking of, where's your friend? Oh, I think you actually told him, didn't you? I can't remember.
Orsic, if Orsic said.
No, I think he's talking about Calais.
Oh, no, he didn't ask.
He didn't ask.
We didn't say that.
Right.
Well, I tell him. I say sadly, and I have his axe like on my back, and I touch the axe, and I say sadly, he fell in battle against these big slime scary things. It was really sad, but we left him there to rest on a pillow, and yeah, it's a tough battle, but honestly, it's kind of nice not to be picked up all the time, but I am sad that our friend is gone.
And you kind of see him like bow his head a little bit, and he's like, I'm so sorry to hear that. I was very much expecting you guys could take on anything, but you know, the risks are always high. And he like turns around and he fishes through like a whole bunch of bottles that are standing behind him on the bar. And he kind of reaches back and he pulls off this bottle that's kind of shaped like a health potion bottle, but it's much bigger. And he goes, pulls off the cork, puts 2 glasses on the counter, and he pours a shot out for you, and he pours out a shot for himself. Is Theron there? Should I control Theron? Or do you want to run Carlos?
I could run him if you want.
Can you see?
But he's pretty much just gonna twiddle his beard and maybe
Okay.
smoke some cigars. So
Okay, cool.
Sounds
So he pulls out the glasses and he pours the cognac out and he puts the cork back in and he puts it up. And he brings up the glass and he holds it to you. And he cheers as you, Roscoe, and he says, "To Calais!" And he clinks the
To
glass.
Calais.
Oops. It's your morning drink.
I'm gonna take a sip. Drink it. I ask Tomlin, I'm like, well, I'll have the number 3 briskets and gravy for breakfast this morning.
Briskets
Good
and
choice.
gravy. Yeah.
Briskets
choice.
and gravy, and I go, and I don't know why. I need just some raw meat on a plate. Actually, don't even bring the plate. I don't know why. I just need some.
All right. So
I'm
he
just feeling that I'm gonna need it.
he says okay, and he goes off to the kitchen. You can hear him muttering to Lupaloo, and after a short while, Lupaloo comes out with your briskets and gravy. Very delicious.
Sounds
Lays
so
it out
good.
on the table, puts the steak as it was previously wrapped when he gave it to Calais, because he kind of knows what it's for now, and it's wrapped in a piece of like brown paper with some twine around the paper, and he gives it to you, and he says, "Will that be all?"
Okay, that'll be all, Lupaloo. Thank
Wonderful. If you need anything else, let me know. And he like kind of gets off, and he kind of walks away with a little bit of a somber kind of turn to his step. And Toblin comes around and like gives you another glass of the cognac, pours it out, and then says, "Might as well drink it now, right?" And then he picks it up and he walks back to the bar and puts it back up. You're welcome to finish your breakfast. I don't know if I want to wait for you guys to like get back here, so I'd say that we'll probably bring you in there now.
Sure.
Oh well, we'll wait for the dwarves, right? So as you're finishing
yes,
your
sir.
breakfast, you see Dazzlin and Norvis walk in through the front door, and they've got a couple of supplies with them. And you're kind of like hobbling in.
When I see them with their supplies, I kind of figure they're just going to kind of set up their room and their place to get comfy until they figure out what they're doing next. And so I just say like, hey, no rush. Y'all get settled in. Whenever you get a chance, we can go and finish up talking to the mayor and kind of be on our ways from there.
Okay. And Norvis just like grumbles underneath his breath, but Dazzlin is like, wonderful. Hey, we'll be back now. Just give us a couple of minutes. And so they go
And I tell them
upstairs.
right when they go up, I just say, and y'all's breakfast is going to be on me.
Okay. They go upstairs. 5 or 10 minutes later, they come back downstairs and kind of join you at the table. I guess they eat their breakfast and they share a cognac with you. You guys are ready to roll if you want to.
Cool. Yeah. Let's get it
Right, so
done.
you... Alright, so all of you are there. You can knock on the door, and then as you do, you can hear that's like kind of like rumbling coming down the stairs. And then a couple of seconds pass, and then the little porthole in the door opens. What do you want?
Brought the doors with me. They're safe. They're fine. They agreed to come with me, and I brought them with me as what you've said on your posting, so I could collect the reward, and we can go on our way.
And he's like looking at Theron, and he's like, what? The guy's talking, but his mouth's not moving. And then Theron just points down like this, and the three of you standing at the bottom, and he's like,
Yeah.
he peers out the hole, and he's like,
Out here.
okay. And you hear him, I'll be right back. And he shuts the door thing, wanders off a little bit, comes back, opens the latch, and swings his hand out the thing, and he drops the gold pouch into your hand, which I think was 25 gold pieces, right?
Sure.
Let me just double check.
Maybe it was 85.
60 something, I think.
1 million.
$1 million. Oh, 50. 50 gold pieces.
50. Wow, see? I was just kidding, but
Right, and he hands you the 50 gold pieces, drops it in your hand, and he goes, great! And he just slaps the thing, and you hear him go, and he walks up the stairs. Now he's moved out.
I get. Oh,
Yeah?
Go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was gonna say I give 20 to Theron, since we're the only two living people that finished the quest. I give 20 to him, keep 20 for me, and put 10 in the group.
Okay, cool. You're keeping track of the group thing, right?
I am.
Okay, cool. I'd say you guys out on the Sword Coast, making your way back, because you've got a massive winter wolf that is basically triple the size of both of you. You could probably mount its back and ride it back to Fandlin, which will basically bring you to Fandlin sooner.
that sounds fun.
I'm in.
Oh, dude.
I'm only 3 feet tall, so I'm sure it won't bother the marmot at all.
Woo!
He'll
Okay, so
gladly
you guys...
carry us.
We head back to the inn, by the way, after we're done. Just saying.
Okay.
Or I do. Theron can do whatever he wants.
Aaron does the exact same thing you're doing, but better.
But taller.
and Theron's cat get along?
Right, so this is you guys. You've just come into town from the tribal trail and kind of making your way back. What would you guys like to do?
I think we're in need of a meal.
Okay, cool.
Go to the inn.
Alrighty. You guys make your way to the inn. Roscoe and Theron, you see Dumbledore, Longdrop, Frostbeard walk through the front door. And he is joined by a very short companion.
Shorter than me.
Oh yeah.
In fact, his features are very reminiscent to those. Those are the ones that you found in Nomengard.
Oh, wow. Well, first off, if I see Orsic, I don't get up and celebrate. I get up somberly and go up to him, and I put my hand on his shoulder, and I basically tell him a whole rundown of, like, I say, come with, hey, let's get you some breakfast, bring your friend, and I bring him over to the table, and of course I tell Orsic right off the bat, just kind of like what happened to Calair, and kind of just the whole, I tell him about how we left him there, and I tell him about the pillow. It's a very important detail I make sure to put in there. And I'm somber about it, but I'm also like very like, and with that, like I'm trying to say like I'm not like hurt, but I'm like where were you? Like you kind of like I'm kind of in a way like we needed you, but I'm not in a way of like making him feel bad. I'm just like, man.
I'm not upset. I'm just very disappointed.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel.
Come on.
So yeah, that's how I react. On it.
Okay.
I respond in a very, sad, regretful way of like wishing I could have been there. But also, I couldn't have known what was going to happen, and
It's true.
I'm so sorry for.
Well, we're
our
glad
loss.
you're here now. We're glad you're here now.
Thank you. I don't.
And
plan
now-
to
and then
leave
I
again
say-
anytime soon.
Tell us about your friend here.
Well,
Hey, I was
yeah.
gonna say happy adventure, but it sounds like you guys are going through some difficult stuff. I'm sorry. My name's Dude.
What's your? Oh, son, dude.
saw, dude.
What's your name, big guy?
I literally laughed just like that. I'm Roscoe, and I'm the
Awfully
second
tall for a
shortest
halfling.
person in the bar.
Anybody
I'm
ever
kidding.
told you that?
No, nobody.
Very
But
statuesque.
I accept that compliment. I accept
And
it.
that's an even bigger guy. He looks at Theron. Cool.
Yeah, he doesn't talk much. He just twiddling the beard means he likes you. I just want you to
Oh.
know that now.
He must like me a lot.
All right, in this stage, the axe on your back, Roscoe, starts to kind of be agitated. And it's kind of, I'm trying to think of a good way to do this. Because we feel there's like something different about the axe ever since this guy walked in the door, this new guy. Yeah.
I kind of like, part of me thinks it's just like the meat thing. So I'm kind of like, I'm touching the meat, and then I'm not really feeling it when I get my hand close to the meat. It's like not giving me that feeling, like that's what's going on. But then I like kind of move my hand because I don't know anything. The axe just feels like it's like it's doing something to me. And I move my hand, and Orsic, and nothing. And I move my hand, and all of a sudden I'm at that part of the table with Dude, and it feels like it's like, Oh, that's weird. I'm getting I'm nervous. I don't know if it's trying to like kill something or not. I don't know because I don't. This axe just makes me feel freaking weird. Like it just makes me
Dude,
feel really weird.
dude is just looking over, just smiling.
And then you hear
And
like
then
you hear
That's a nifty axe.
and I go, yeah, it's nifty.
It looks a little evil, to be honest.
Yeah, it was our friend who was weirdly friendly, but he had this axe that felt a little evil.
Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna use my divine sense
What?
to see if I can. It lets me pick up on the presence of strong evil. So just checking if it's a celestial fiend or undead, it would let me know.
Okay. So it's not exactly a celestial, it's not a fiend, it's not undead, and it doesn't give you a strong sense of evil. Um, but it does like kind of you know that it's not like really of this plane.
Huh.
By any chance, what do you do when you do the divine sense? Do you like stick your tongue out, or drop your jaw, or go cross-eyed?
I'm sorry. No, he just so he just kind of like he puts his hands up to his goggles and he just kind of like starts to press some buttons, and then all of a sudden the color of the goggles go from this dark like black almost purpley color to like a blue. And then he just kind of like gets closer and he's like,
I
"Yeah,
cover
not
I
exactly
cover my
evil.
private parts.
Oh, don't worry, it's not that blue doesn't do that. It's yellow that does that.
Oh, oh,
You're
I'll
okay."
remember that. Okay.
That
You
seems
just
like
it's
it
kind
checks
of
out.
weird. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that was just kind of weird you did that.
I just want to make
I
sure
just
it's
met
not
you.
actually evil. I guess it just looks evil, but seems okay.
It it feels evil sometimes.
A little out of this world, but who isn't?
And then Trey, you get a voice inside your head that seems to emanate from the axe, or you can hear it from like behind you, and it says, "Pass me on."
Oh well, I just go, hey dude, it's kind
Yeah.
of weird. It's kind of weird. Um, do you want this axe?
Do I
And I literally just take it and I put it on the table and I just go, maybe you should just touch it. And I just that's all I do. Just
see, I
touch it.
kind of it looks like a two-handed axe. I got this sword right here and I got this shield right here.
And
I
I
just
just slowly push it.
don't know what I'd
I
do with
just
it. And
I literally start pushing it and I was like,
I'm honestly kind of a pacifist, so that looks like, something for a
well,
more
so is
violent person.
well,
But what the hell?
maybe if you take
Reach out and
yeah.
As soon as you grab the axe, the red eye at the top of the axe starts to turn like a purple color, and then starts to shift from purple to like sort of a green, and then into a white, and it starts shining as you're holding onto the axe. You don't have any like compulsions or anything to maintain hold of the axe or use it for anything, but the color in the crystal shifts, and as it starts shifting, you can feel like a strange sort of connection, and you have the sense that like this has got something to do with Eldath. Yeah, it's like a it's not like the she wants you to use the axe, but she just wants you to kind of like hold on to it for now.
I
Do I
immediately
like
feel like okay.
just feel that
Yeah,
inside, or is
it's
it like
like
a voice or anything like that?
there's no voices yet, but it's
Just like
just like
feeling
yeah.
yet. Oh crap. Okay. Um, I kind of say to them, I kind of feel like maybe my goddess, Eldath, she's a special lady. She kind of wants me to hold on to this if that's okay with you.
I literally automatically feel less nervous for some reason. Ever since I picked up the axe, I felt just like nervous about like it being with me and around me and like not leaving my side or something. And immediately when he says that, I just feel I feel so much more relaxed. I don't feel nervous or tense. I feel kind of like more like myself. Like I'm less like overly aware and just normally aware. And I like my shoulders drop and I'm like, yeah, dude, totally.
Cool.
Cool.
And I just throw it back there.
Alrighty.
Looks good on you. Kind of big, but looks good on you.
Yeah. Get that a lot.
That's what she said.
It's kind of big, but it looks good on you. Nice.
All right. What would you guys
I hope
like
she
to do
says that
next?
to me someday.
I don't know who she is, but I
don't
hope
either.
she's married. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
All right, so you guys got a couple of options now. You can finish out the day catching up, you know, maybe sharing stories, that kind of thing in the bar of like your adventures since you've been in Vandalin and the abouts of the town. You can go out and like see if there's any more quests. You can take a look around the town if you want to. There's, you know, see what you like to do.
I think personally, I like the idea of hanging around, and maybe if Mr. Theron has a few extra sticks, he could pass around for us. Smoke on, catch up,
Okay.
take a night in before we adventure again. But that's just my.
I kind of after talking, I noticed, and I'm like, Orzik, why do you have like animal hair, like clinging to you? Did you get in a fight with a polar bear? Why do you have animal hair kind of like all over your clothes?
Well, while I was gone, I met Mr. Dude, and then I also met Mr. Dog, Dr. Dog. No, I don't know what we should. Remo, does this guy have a name?
It's up to you, man. I thought you might like to call him Chuck, but
We're gonna call him Chuck.
Oh, the marmot?
The marmot, the big marmot.
The varmint?
The varmint. This is my wolf, my winter wolf, Chuck.
I go meet Chuck.
Yeah,
I literally go out. I'm so excited. I love animals, especially huge animals.
yeah. Can Chuck come inside?
no, he's too big for the door.
Yeah,
He's like the size of. He's like,
that's a horse.
yeah, it's like
He
almost
needs to
almost
be
the
Could be a
size of a
big
horse.
door. Could be a big door.
Oh God.
He's pretty.
Well,
huge.
I go outside and meet Chuck. And I like petting. I just like to pet Chuck. He's good. He's good, boa. You're all right. And I say, "You're all right, boa."
And as you put out your
Love
hand, he kind of growls at you. He doesn't
jeez.
Oh,
really
oh,
know
sorry.
you right now.
Sorry.
You might need to bring your friend with you to
I don't know you.
pacify that
That's not purse.
situation.
Can I follow out there and make sure the greeting goes well?
Yeah.
I take a piece of that raw meat that I had. I just kind of like tear a little bit off and just go, "Here, Chuck."
Mm.
Here, and I flat hand, Rainbow, and I put it here and I go, "Chuck, here you
All right.
go."
And like as you put out your hand, like and he spots Orsic first, and he starts to calm down then. And then as you put out your hand, he kind of like looks at your hand for a little second, and then he goes, and he puts out his whole mouth, and his tongue like kind of comes out and scoops up the meat a little bit and like bites it off your hand. Your hand's full of slobber right now.
And I just kind of go, "Thanks, good boy.
There you go.
He's a good boy.
Good boy.
He got a good varmint." I'm a
Oh,
big fan
I
of big
love it.
animals. Love big animals. We've always had big animals in all of my family. I don't know what our family likes about big animals, but
Except for dragons.
maybe because we're small and all of the animals are big, except dragons.
Fair.
We used to
Fair.
have this bobcat that lived in our backyard. Loved him.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
we go back inside after the greeting, and I ask Theron for some cigars if he has any extras.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure he does. You guys can roll out the cigars, do your thing. Are you guys gonna spend the rest of the evening just chilling?
Yeah, I think that
Can we just say
spending
that
a
they
day
like
in.
they catch dude up on because dude would be interested in
Yeah.
what their adventures have been so far.
Yeah. And
Just
one of the stories that you're particularly interested in is the fact that they found Nomengard.
that's right.
And like the kind of the way that they describe the alcove that they found Nomengard in kind of makes you think of Eldath and kind of holy spots that she normally picks around the countryside for like celebrations and stuff like that to happen.
Okay, cool. Yeah, when they bring up the stuff about the gnomes being where they are, surrounded by mushrooms, it makes me think about the goddess that I serve, Eldath, and I just ask them. I just say, "Hey, that sounds really cool." It kind of gives me the impression that maybe Eldath is has protection over those guys. Whenever we're wrapped up with your quest, no rush. Maybe we could go check the place out together, if you wouldn't mind. And hey, maybe I know you guys you left your friend there, but I am a paladin. I could perform some last rites if you would want, at least.
I think that'd be a
We're in
good
the
idea.
area. Oh
And
wait,
let
is that the
Orstic.
same area? No, that's like with the dwarves, right?
Yeah, it's a
the
dwarven
dwarves.
excavation. But
Well, if they wanted to, he could do that, but pretty much just
Well, I just
prevent him from being resurrected as a undead.
yeah, so Nomengard and dwarven excavation are around about 15 miles apart from each other.
Oh, okay.
But they're kind of in the same area. They're like in the foothills of the Stone Mountains or the Sword Mountains.
I'll let him know. The only downside is the orcs that came after us. They're still there, but I mean, I kind of leave that up to his judgment too. Like they seemed pretty scared of us, and we kind of said they could have the place. But maybe if we got some time after Nomengard, we could let Orsic go by and pay his respects too. And I mean, really, all we can do is just ask the orcs if we can just go in and do that. But it'll be up to them because we told them they could stay there and be safe. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty good at talking to people. I'm sure to be
How
fine.
good? If you
Eldath
could put
will
a
watch
number on
over us.
it, how good? How good? If you could put a number on it, how good would you say?
I'd say like a +5 to my charisma checks.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
That's what this
We're big
button
on
does.
numbers.
This
Yeah.
button
In this
right here.
group, yeah. And in this group, we're big on numbers. Big on them.
I'd like to do that. Pay my respects.
Well, I recommend maybe we just spend the evening resting, relaxing, kind of catching up, and having good spirits before we go out. So I recommend we just stay and rest and get up early the next morning and head to Nomengard, and that's what I recommend. But it's up to the rest of the party as well.
I'm down for that. It sounds good.
Theron is very agreeable with anything, right? He's just twiddling his beard, right?
Theron's like, I'll stay.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
You guys are sharing stogies, having drinks. Occasionally, Toblin comes and sits down and reminisces with you guys.
Does Lupaloo come out at all?
Yeah, he comes out to like drop off some snacks occasionally.
I recommend, or if Lupaloo comes out, I say something about dude liking his mushrooms or talking about the mushrooms in the area. I'm just kind of like, he was talking about some mushrooms. So all I do is say like, yeah,
Whoa.
exactly.
What kind of mushrooms?
Exactly.
Well, I have two preparations of our mushrooms. We have green and purple mushrooms. I like to make a wine out of the one. I also make a dust that I use to sprinkle on tea and sometimes food. The green mushrooms make a really, really good bread. Delicious.
Which one of the mushrooms makes you feel stuff?
Both of them,
Yes.
depending on your feelings. But if you want the hard stuff, the purple ones.
I'll have some of the purple ones if you don't mind, buddy.
Okay, would you like that in wine, tea, or some food?
Can I just have them?
He kind of thinks to himself for a second. Says, "Give me a moment," and he kind of like walks off to the kitchen, goes to go and check his cabinet a little bit, and then you like 5 minutes pass, and you see him like he stands in the door and he kind of like swings it open and he looks at you. Whole or crushed?
I'll take them whole.
Right. 1 second. He closes the door. He goes inside. He gets like a big bag and kind of like comes back out the door. And he's got this bag that's kind of like this. And he brings the mushroom over to you.
Take a big bite of the cap.
Okay. It's not gonna kick in just yet. So you guys are welcome to
Rainbow's
mission.
like, and you're dead again.
You die. God.
Can you give
Well,
me
that's-
can you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Yes. Thank God.
Saving throw. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. It can't
I
die
literally like.
twice.
I basically
That'd be crazy.
when he eats the cap straight up. I literally just kind of like because I've seen what the mushrooms did to all of us, and I'm like, oh God. I just look at Lupaloo. And I'm
It
scared.
is a 11.
An 11. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. It's a pretty low DC, but you still didn't hit it.
Damn.
So you're sitting there and everyone's busy chatting and talking and whatever it is, and you're busy tasting like the nice kind of vanilla flavor of this mushroom. And as everyone's talking, their voices start to like kind of like fade and become muffled. And as you're looking at the table starts to like shift like water a little bit. And then from behind you, you can feel like this immense light just kind of starts shifting away from you and over the table. It seems to light up their faces, and everything just starts to melt away. And the only thing that's left behind then is you, this light emanating from behind you, and these two dudes just standing there, but like sort of in a vague sort of, or the three dudes sitting there, sort of like in a vague ethereal form. They have no legs. It's just kind of like sprightly at their base. And trying to think of how to play this out now.
Kind of notice him start to kind of like look weird, like Orsic and some of the other guys used to. And then like while we're talking, I kind of look and I tap Orsic and there, and I'm like, look, he's tripping out.
And then as you're tripping out as well, and this light is like emanating from behind you, you hear the voice of Eldath say to you, "Bless the weapon and take it to its master's resting place. Let him die with his steel." And then the voice kind of like fades away. And then this light kind of like dims a little bit. And the rest of the world just starts turning into color. And it's like the shifting paint palette that just goes.
Roscoe, you got such a pretty voice.
I just laugh.
It sounds like a lot like Eldath. That's weird.
I just laugh about it because in my mind he's just tripping like we all did when we accidentally had it.
Yeah. And so like the rest
Feel
of the
good.
evening is just you tripping balls with these dudes. But you can handle this, right?
Yeah. That's not his first rodeo.
Cool, yeah.
Well, after a few hours, I'm pretty beat from talking and trying to catch up, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna head off to bed so we can get up early and head out.
Cool. Anybody else want to do anything before we have a long rest? No? Okay, cool. So you guys are long rest. The sunshine comes beaming through your room windows. And dude, you kind of like wake up, no hangover or anything like that, but you just feel really good about today. Just like, you know.
Out of bed and go, happy adventure.
Theron is grumpy as usual, smoking a stogie. Orsic, what are you doing?
Smoking a stogie, content, glad to be back with the boys.
Okay, cool. You guys can roll out if you'd like to. You want to go back to Dwarven Excavation?
I'd say we hit. Well, I kind of asked the party in general. I kind of asked even dude because he's going. I was like, hey, like, where should we hit first? Should we hit Nomengard first? I mean, you're interested in Normangard, but also paying respects. Which one do you think we should hit first?
You know, the weirdest thing last night when I ate those mushrooms, I thought it was you talking. Pretty sure it was my goddess, Eldath. She wants me to bless the axe and take it to your buddy's body. So kind of feel like that's important. We should do it first.
Okay. Orsic, you feel good?
Feel good. Let's do it.
And then it's like, okay, cool. Let's.
Do you guys want to, like, as you guys are leaving, I just want to see which way you're going. Yeah, okay, you're going to be going out the south of town down the Miners Trail. As you're leaving the inn, you pass the Townmaster's Hall, which is where the job board is. And you notice that the job board has 3 new postings after you rip the other 3 off of them. The 3 new postings are this.
Orcs attacking. Cool, these are paying good money.
All right.
Buy some more mushrooms.
Yeah, so these are the 3 new quests that are available to you guys. You head kind of south out of town. Let me see, I haven't done it on this map before. Did you guys get the handouts, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna stick you back here. What is this? It's you. It's the wrong you.
It's the wrong dude.
Yeah, it's 2 of you. Yeah.
It's 2 dudes. Is it an evil dude?
That is a great character. He looked so freaking awesome.
Dude
Also,
around
I
the-
realized in the chat part at the very bottom, there's like as and then a drop down. And I realized if you change it to your character, it actually changes you on the bottom as well.
Sweet. So this is kind of the area that you guys are heading out towards. So you can kind of get a sense of the distance. So this is Dwarven Excavation. This is Nomengard.
The wolf is typing. It's
here.
intelligent.
I'm a dog.
Guys arrive at. Let me just double check that this is cleared of.
All the time.
Oh yeah. Okay. I hope I got the right one here. Yeah, it looks like you. You guys walk up on the Dwarven Excavation. It's kind of like around about midday right now. Maybe a little bit later. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. What would you like to do? You gonna make your way inside?
We're gonna make our way to the front. I asked Orsic if he could have Chuck kind of like stay behind us, like
Mhm.
rather than in front of us, just because I kind of mentioned to him like, hey, the orcs in here, they were really frightened and scared. So just as much as we can keep things relaxed and chill. So I mean, I tell Orsic straight up, if you feel like Chuck's gonna feel nervous around orcs, um, then maybe stay back. But it's like, or try to keep Chuck back. But they were really nervous and really wanted. We need to respect their space because we don't want to get in a fight with orcs right now. Like especially since they're trying to find safety. So I just let the party know that.
Yeah, I asked Chuck to stay back, stay behind.
Okay, can you
Follow.
give me an animal handling check, please?
Yep.
Oh man, I forgot about those. Ah, dang! I forgot. Chuck's new.
It's perfectly calm. Perfectly calm.
He's perfectly calm.
Oh damn.
That didn't go
He
well.
kind of just like looks at you a little bit, and he's like, "No, I can still smell the meat on that little guy. I'm gonna just follow him around." But you, Nate, you can also control Chuck. So if you want to move him with you, you can drag him.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So you guys,
Well, then
We'll hope for the best. Looks like
Well,
he's
then
not
I'll just.
listening.
Yeah, if I see him following, I'll just let Orzik know. It's like, hey, let us kind of talk to him and let him know about Chuck then, and how he's with you first before like Chuck enters with us. So
Okay.
we go up. I'll
Also,
kind of
y'all
be in.
y'all could go ahead before me. You know, maybe
Yeah, of course, yeah.
maybe he would hang back with me at least.
Well, we want you to see we want you to see Callier's like pay respects to Callier too. Like we'd want
Right.
you to come in. If possible.
Right. I'm just saying you could talk to them and let
Oh
them
yeah.
know, especially since they haven't met me
Um,
yet either.
Yeah. So I'll go up kind of at this kind of like same parallel to dude, and I'll just kind of like say like at the front door like, hello, anybody in here?
your voice
Roscoe from 2 days ago.
your voice just kind of echoes around this canyon, and there's no response. You can just hear the wind and the rocks kind of like falling down, and when it's very quiet.
Well, I'll just keep
Hello?
moving forward. Yeah, I'll walk in slowly and just be like, hello, it's Roscoe from 2 days ago. And as we're slowly walking in, I'm like just paying respects to our friend who died here. And just I'm continually kind of saying that as I go, just taking it slow.
Okay. Orsic, what's your passive perception?
Good question. Passive perception. What it just says perception? Is that it?
No, so you go onto your character
Oh,
sheets.
sorry.
all the way
Passive
to
wisdom perception. 13.
13. Okay, so as the guys are walking into this area and like calling out, trying to find out if anybody's there, you hear like a little bit of rock moving behind you. It's not loud, but you kind of like just pick it up.
Um,
It's like little stones, as if like they were footsteps or something.
okay. I'm wondering if we should investigate or get closer to the guys.
Did the music turn off? I just thought about that.
Oh yeah, good point. I got completely lost.
Got quiet. Well,
I was literally thinking, I was like, it's so quiet in this cave.
So quiet.
Too quiet.
Spooky.
You're saying rocks fall behind him? I felt like I could actually hear them. I was like,
yeah.
oh, great. That's helpful. He did that on purpose.
Are the guys close enough to yell out and let them know like I heard something?
They are indeed. So like this area, your voice will actually echo around here pretty well, so you'll be able to. Sorry, I just want to turn this down because it's not crazy right now. They'll be able to hear you because I think you're close enough, more than close enough.
Okay.
Making it sound like something really bad's about to happen.
Well,
Yeah, I yell out and let him know, hey, think I heard something. We're gonna stay put, but just be on alert. Heard some rocks fall.
Can I walk back and just see if I notice anything or anybody behind them?
Yeah.
yeah,
Are you gonna go
I'll
and
kind of walk.
actively look?
I'll walk back as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me the perception check.
If I can get out this cave. Okay, there we go.
I kind of just come to the door.
Man, dude, my perception is not super perceptive. It's a 9.
It's a 9.
Yeah.
So you look through the canyon. It doesn't look any different than what it did when you first walked up here. You don't notice anything like out of place or anything from what you had seen before.
I just say hello, happy adventure.
And your voice echoes through the cave. Adventure! Adventure!
Huh.
There's no response.
Okay, I guess we'll keep looking inside.
Yeah. I just tell Orsic, it's like, hey, dude, we got Chug with us. I think we can just go inside together.
All
What do you think?
Let's go inside.
Okay, were you talking to me, Roscoe?
Oh, so, dude, yeah.
I did. Okay.
Let's just go in. Come on, let's do it. So, yeah, just kind of going in, still checking for orcs, being like, hey, I don't want to scare you guys. That's what I keep talking. I don't want to do this whole, like, frighten you guys thing. And then I look back and I go, yeah, guys, it's actually through here is his body. And so just taking it slow.
So you step in here and there's still
Wolf with us, guys.
there's still no response. Everything is like super, super quiet. Like dead still.
Hey, Roscoe, maybe you should let me go up ahead. I got really
Yeah, go ahead.
heavy armor. I not that you can't handle yourself. Obviously, you can. You're a big guy.
No, yeah,
But-
he's through here. He's through here.
Okay, here we go. All right. Before I walk through those doors, I just try to see if I could see anything kind of hiding in the room.
Okay, from what you see in front of you, this is like what you'd basically see because you can see in the dark, right?
Yeah, I have dark vision.
Yeah. So basically, what you see in front of you is 3 bodies, 2 kind of like adult-sized ones and 1 kind of half-sized one, lying sort of like in a similar area.
Well, on the screen, I just see Calair's body. I don't see any other bodies.
Yeah, I haven't put any other bodies in there.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You're
I'm
just saying that
describing it.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Guys, you guys just lost one friend, right? Because there's 3 bodies here.
I look at Theron and I'm like, yeah, he was just one person.
That's what I figured. Could I tell what do they look like orcs? Could I tell from this distance?
I think give me a perception check. Let's see.
Better use the right dice, dude.
It's a 9. I'm like, this is the only number I can roll on this dice. Let me try a different one for next time. But it's a 9.
It's a 9. I'd say from this distance it'd be a little bit difficult to tell. You'd have to move up, but you can tell that between the 4 bodies, only one of them kind of looks human.
Okay. I just can relay that information to the rest of the group. And I'm gonna, just to be safe, I'm gonna throw on. I just kind of like hold up my shield, and I just whisper a prayer, and I just say, "Protect us, Eldath." And then the shield starts to glow. There's like this like engraving of like water, like a waterfall, like kind of like dropping down into a still pool, and it starts to glow, and this like kind of like white light just kind of covers my body.
Sounds good.
Thinking about seeing him kind of put his guard up a little bit, thinking about that god of greed, thinking about all that, it coming back, hearing that there's 3 bodies in there, and seeing dude who I know, like, I know a lot about the gods mainly because of all of different family members, very religious.
Can you give me
and
a religion check?
Yeah, I
See how
can.
much you know.
Sure.
No, I'm kidding. It's
How
fine.
much?
Remo's gonna be like, actually, you don't know
Um,
anything.
Like, to me, I'm always thinking about the goddess of luck, Tamora, all the time. That's like always thinking about Tamora all the time. So just like my family's always told me about different stories, and so to me, when I see him praying, especially, I'm like, I kind of am like a little stitious, if you will.
Okay.
And I basically kind of pull out my crossbow, and I'm more like trying to be aware. And I tell dude, I'm like, dude, if you feel scared about something, I mean, we did lose a friend in here, so I'll let you just take the lead.
No, yeah, I'm calm, perfectly calm. And I just take a step into the room right here.
Okay.
And see if I see things a little bit clearer now that I'm in the room, or notice anything else.
So where are you?
Right there, right through the threshold.
Say like get maybe like another 10 feet closer in order to get a better view.
What
The
what
carrot
do you
is
have?
the-
Yeah, maybe come like another 10 feet right around there. Do I notice anything like above me or around me, like anything in the room besides those bodies?
Not right now. You just see those 2 bodies over there. You see some kind of mess, some kind of gelatinous mess that's off to your right hand side, to the south, and then
Like down
where
this way?
those bodies kind of piled up, you can see there's like also a glistening mass that seems to have just spread over the floor. It doesn't look like it's doing anything.
It's like, is it yellow?
But you can't see if it's yellow or not because you can only
It's
see
just
black and white.
it's just dark and kind of. So
I,
guys, there's some kind of a gooey stuff on these bodies. What killed your friend?
I come over to the door and kind of put my back a little bit to kind of like look around if I can.
Mhm.
And I just say, I'm like, well, they're the big jelly monster things, big blobs. That's 2 of them attacked us, and we killed them both, but they killed one of our friends.
Maybe there's still. Maybe you didn't get all of them.
Why did the music have to do that right when that happened?
Well, maybe I could reason with them. I take 2 steps forward, 10
Okay.
feet forward. So I see.
And you
so I
die.
see
All right.
where-
So as you get closer to the 4 bodies, you notice that one of them is like a human male, and he's like got some really really beautiful like gold and silver armor that is donning. The other 3 bodies that you see, one is like kind of one is very small. It's like this big, and you can tell like from where you're standing that it's a child orc. And the other 2 bodies that are lying there are adult orcs. The one's a female, the one's a male.
So it's an adult female and then a child.
Adult female and adult male, and then the child. They're all
So there's
lying.
3. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're all lying
Like-
lifeless on the floor.
Oh, so they're for sure dead.
From what you can tell here, yeah.
Okay. I don't see anything else in the room now that I'm like further in here. Like anything dangerous. Is there any way to see, like, is there like a trail to see where whatever killed them came from or went to?
Give me another perception check. Actually, an investigation check. Sorry. 'Cause
Investigation.
you're looking for something specific.
I sure am investigating. I also have a 0 on investigation, so
Okay.
15 though.
15.
Better at investigating than percepting.
Okay. With the 15, you notice that like what Roscoe said was true. The 2 kind of like messy sort of gelatinous areas are are indeed the monsters that they killed. There's not really evidence of anything else moving around in the room except where they came from. And when you kind of look up close to the altar, you can see where one of them had been on the roof and had come down to the floor. There is in the southeast corner of this room, there appears to be a very similar sort of shiny, gelatinous kind of like mixture that's up on the wall. But it doesn't go all the way up. It appears to like go up and then kind of like disappear.
And I communicate this to the rest of the party.
I would say.
Yeah, it looks like they were killed by these same jellies that got your friend. Good looking guy, by the way. Never seen a more beautiful head of hair.
After I hear that, I turn to Theron and Orsic, and I say, Theron, should you get in there and kind of like take a look? Because Theron has dark vision as well.
He does, but he's also the squishiest of all of you.
hey there, go check it out.
Yeah.
Like
And,
I look at Orsic and Theron about going in, but I tell Theron, I'm like, hey, like if you get in there, like see if you can see like from where we saw them originally, because we were in the room, we saw where they came from, and kind of know the lay of that room at least to a certain extent. So I say maybe you can light up the. I asked Theron if he can light up the room for us to see. I don't know if he can actually do that. I'm just asking if he can.
No, he
But
can't.
I turned to
But
Orsic.
Don't you have a
Oh.
Don't you have a lantern?
I do, but that will take one of my hands, won't it? Will I have to hold it, or can I just put it on my hip?
I mean, you can either hold it or you can put it down on the floor, or
Oh, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll take my lamp, light it, and I'll set it by the doorway. And I look at Orsic as I put it down, and I'm saying, keep your guard up in here. You know, this is where basically like this is where Keller died. So make sure to keep your guard up.
All
But
right.
I stay at the doorway.
I'm gonna move down towards that space where it looks like the ooze disappeared.
Okay.
Do I notice anything like on the wall or?
Yeah. So like, the piece that you kind of saw that was wet and disappeared is like kind of sort of in this area here.
Like try to touch it or see if there's like anywhere, like if there's like a door or like a lever or any kind of like way to get through there.
Give me an investigation check.
2.
2. What's your passive perception?
It's 10.
It's 10.
Yes.
Okay, 10's good. You feel a slight breeze where you're standing. It appears to be coming from the corner of that wall. So like, sort of this area.
Is there any way to like maybe like stick my sword in there and kind of just like try to see if I could loosen the rocks enough to make a way through to follow those things?
Mm-hmm. So you stick your sword into the corner and you kind of wiggle it a bit, and you feel that there's like a little bit of give there. Can you give me a strength check?
Sure.
As he's been doing that, when I see him walk this downward, I go ahead and kind of like come into the room now that I have a lantern and just kind of get right here by this pillar to kind of see the orcs, like the baby, kind of visualize it myself.
Okay.
It's an 11.
An 11. Okay, just give me a second. Just want to make sure all this other stuff is working. Yeah.
Also, I specifically am wondering if the
Yeah.
pillow is still under his head.
The pillow is still under his head, yeah.
And when I see it, I literally like have a sigh of relief. because that pillow is so freaking important.
All right. What did you get? An 11.
11, yeah.
Okay, you can feel like as you're busy jimmying the sword in this like kind of crack, you can feel like it kind of gives a little more way. But you imagine you have to, give a pretty solid push in order to make it move. But you can see a crack starting to reveal itself on the opposite side as well, making it seem as if this is a door.
Okay. Did I just call back to the guys? Could I just say, I think there might be a door here. If somebody give me a hand, maybe we could pry it open.
I literally just look at Orsic.
Yep. Say, I'll help.
Yeah, you're pretty stout.
I'm just
You
trying
do
to
this.
stay at range of everything that might ever come into the room. I'm like having flashbacks to that slime just dropping right next to me.
I want to die.
I'm looking up, I'm looking to the side,
You
This
did
is where our
do
friend
death
is.
saves too. So
Yeah.
I'm
so if
feeling nervous.
you could if we're both trying to do something, you could take like the help action, Nate, if you want. And I think it gives, I think what it does is it gives me advantage on my next strength check.
Yeah, so you can either roll with advantage or you can roll independently, and whoever has the higher one, you go with that one.
Do I click something to do that?
Just so on your sheet you can click on strength.
Okay.
The word strength.
Nice.
Oh, what the? How did these? You gotta get like actual dice, Nate, because these
Yeah.
digital
Did
dice
you
are
do-
doing you dirty.
Did you do
All right,
something
well,
to roll
Carlos,
20, Remo?
Carlos,
Hold
I'll
on.
let you roll with
Hold on.
advantage.
Hold on. Which one should I roll?
Oh, wow!
The green, bro.
The
If
green,
I
you gotta
could-
use the
green.
green,
The big boy? The big boy?
the big boy.
The
That's
20?
the 20.
The D20? Can I take back that roll?
Whoa,
With-
whoa,
It's okay
whoa,
if not. It's
Nate.
okay if not.
With advantage, I got a 10, so
All right.
that's I don't know if that's good enough. So maybe.
Why are y'all weak AF? Like, what's
I don't
going
know,
on?
man. I don't know what's happening. We need
My
some of
bad,
that
dude.
tall halfling strength.
Also, since when do dice come in a foam box?
I got him at a spot in Philly. Came in a nice little box.
They were at
There
the
you go.
top of the
Mine-
mountain, just
Mine
waiting
came
for
in
you.
a plastic bag. Mine came in a plastic bag.
Sorry, dude. Gotta protect the dice.
Exactly.
All right. Well, next time I roll, y'all can tell me which dice to roll, and then flash.
Okay. Carlos, you can roll with advantage. I won't take that one.
Okay.
It's a 15.
Okay, with the 15, you're kind of like wiggling the sword, and you can hear the crack of the hinges going. And then as you pop the sword, the whole door just kind of goes. Dust falls from the ceiling, and there's this like kind of cold breath of air that comes from this area. Let me just see if I can.
When I hear the door open, like the loud sound, it makes me jump a little bit.
Don't worry, buddy.
That's-
We'll be okay.
All right, dude.
And what you see in front of you is kind of like some of the passageway is kind of like broken down, and there's like rock lying on the floor, which would make it difficult to try and step over. And the passageway kind of like bends up to the north.
Okay. So it's just like difficult to terrain, but I could still walk over it, right? But it's just like kind of hard to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd step in there
All right.
and take another step.
All right. What's your passive again?
10.
10.
Yes.
Okay, so from like as you're walking into this area here, you start hearing this kind of like kind of squelching sound coming from
Welching,
near,
you say?
yeah, coming from like near your feet and sort of in kind of where the rock has fallen. So there's like these bits of rock that are falling down from the ceiling and in, like it sounds like the sound's coming from behind the rock in that area.
Like behind, like beyond where I could see, like back here, or like in,
Like over here, it sounds like it's coming from inside the wall.
Oh, from inside the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, I just shout out. I say, if you're in there and you mean these people harm, you better come out now. In the name of Eldath, I will defeat you.
The squelching kind of like continues, and you can hear some of the rocks and some of the debris starting to shift on the inside of this pile of rock.
I move over here, but I stay kind of like a little bit behind Chuck just so I can see, but still kind of like in a hiding kind of
I mean,
way.
I can't even see you, so
Chuck's huge, dude.
it is a bit. That's a big marmot.
Alrighty. And as you're like hearing the sound, like, and the rocks falling and starting to come closer, there's like this gelatinous ooze starts slowly creeping through the cracks in the rock and spreading across the floor, and kind of as it does that, it starts moving towards you.
Can I back up into the larger room?
You can, yeah. As
I
you're
just
backing up, and
shout out to the guys, let them know that there's another ooze in there.
yeah, so
Then
as you're backing away, you can see the ooze just gets more and more, just starts multiplying, and reveals itself. And it takes up the whole hallway, kind of like squeezing itself in, and it starts moving.
Oh man! All right, I'm gonna back up even more. Try to draw it out this way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think at this
As
stage,
soon as he says,
yeah,
oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as soon as we see, he says that there's an ooze in there, I literally like turn to Theron and I go, "Burn it with fire." I'm kidding.
Kill it.
Or freeze it with ice, whichever one worked last time.
I think Theron's going to take a position there next to you.
Yeah.
It's yeah, the ooze kind of like moves forward very, very slowly. You can see, dude, like from its movement, that there's probably no way that it can catch you if you had to run. But at this stage, with you standing still, it's kind of like moving towards you.
Okay.
And can we roll? I've forgotten the friggin' term now.
Initiative.
Initiative. That's what we're looking for. Nice. Thanks, man.
Initiative. I got a 17.
17.
Do I need to roll too?
Yeah.
Which one should I use?
Real dice.
Yeah, real, but like which?
Oh, the 20. Sorry, dude.
20. Sorry, all good. I'm learning. Thank you.
Oh, you good.
6.
You might have like whatever on your sheet, whatever the number is for initiative. You just add that if you have.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, man. I forgot to say that.
That's okay.
I got 23.
23. Oh, shit.
He's a dex-based character, man. He's gonna have them high initiative rolls.
I have -1 initiative.
Oh damn. So do I.
Wait, I guess yeah. If I had 3, I got a nat 20 plus 3. That's awesome. Hell yeah. I was freaking ready, dude. I was like looking everywhere. As soon as he said there was a goo, I was like, oh yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm scared. I'm kidding.
What did you get? What's that?
5.
You got a 5.
All right.
Oscar, my man, you are up first. And as you step up to the plate, or as you're like behind Orsic, you can see dude kind of shifting his way back from this tunnel, and the reminiscent look of this mustard colored jelly is showing itself, glistening in the light coming from your lamp.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Well, immediately from I'm going to I already have my crossbow out, so I'll just like pull it up, take a deep breath, and I'm already like focused, like I'm gonna kill this thing. These things killed my friend. So I've got this in my heart, and I was like, I don't want dude to go down. Seems alright. I have he's short. My heart is there for short people, so I'm kind of there, so I'm gonna fire the crossbow.
Alrighty.
So do I hit
that's
attack? Go ahead.
Yes, I think you're gonna have to roll with disadvantage because it's got cover. It's still inside the tunnel, and dude is kind of standing in the way. But go for it. But I think you've got sneak attack because it's currently engaged with dude.
I think I hit the right one.
Did you hit sneak attack?
No. I think it just has it there just in case. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it says there sneak 4. Yeah.
So Remo, the way that cover works is if it has half cover, it just increases its AC. So it'll give it like a +2 bonus to AC. If it has 3/4 cover, it'll be +5 bonus. And I think
Okay.
half cover is if an obstacle blocks at least half its body. Then it would have a +2 to AC. If it covers 3/4 of its body, then it has a +5.
All right.
So it's however you rule it to be covered.
Yeah, I think this would be 3/4 because like the majority of its body is like inside that tunnel, and most of it is up against that wall.
It have whatever the AC is, just +5 against that.
Yeah.
15.
Luckily enough, like if that's the case, luckily enough, you still hit it, dude.
Wow.
So what is that? 4, 6, 10.
Got good aim.
So
wait a second.
Yeah.
So it not only rolled the damage, it didn't roll the attack, just the attack. It actually rolled my damage with it.
Yeah, it appears like it's rolling the
Alright.
damage order,
Oh, cool.
and it put the sneak in there as well.
There might be like on your sheet, Trey, there might be like a checkbox that says sneak attack bonus, and if that's clicked, it'll automatically add the modifier to it.
All right, it wasn't even clicked, but sick.
They
Suck. Alright, Roscoe, can you do anything else?
Shazam.
Well, after I shoot, after I realize like it's like I can't really see it, but I take the shot because that's my initial reaction. Right after I shoot and get the hit, I kind of like hurry up and curl around behind Chuck and kind of like duck down to the side a little bit to where I can kind of like visualize right beside Chuck. I can see him.
Are you hiding behind Chuck?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, do I need to do a check for those? Didn't we say something about that last time?
Yeah, if you want to
For
use
hiding?
your cunning action, it's a bonus action, right? You could use that to hide, and then you would have advantage on your next attack if you're hidden. If you're coming from
But does sneak attack work? You said sneak attack worked if somebody was right up next to him, anyways.
So you're behind. Like you're behind. It's gonna work anyway, no matter where you're standing. So long as like Deuterombus is engaged with it.
Yeah, but then what hiding does is it gives you advantage also.
Okay, then I'll hide behind the big O Chuck, anyways.
Sweet.
I don't know if I think I stealth checked for that last time.
Yes.
To
it's a
see if I was
stealth.
actually hidden.
It's a stealth check.
What up?
Well, you have a
Okay.
+7, man. It's plus
Sneaky AF, bro.
7.
I'm like, can't even see me. Metal Gear Solid. I'm hiding inside of a
In the
box,
box.
just poking out.
A big furry box.
There's like, what's their cardboard box doing in a D&D?
I don't know. Checks out.
It checks out. Dude, that's gonna be my next character in D&D. Is a snake, solid snake-like.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Rhombus, what would you like to do?
The dude, he just,
He abides, man.
he abides. Yeah, he's gonna,
It's the slopping mess, like in front of you.
he's gonna take another step back over here to try to draw it out even more so that his friends could get a better shot against it.
Alright, are you gonna do that with any special move? Or
He's just gonna move back, and then he's going to ready an action. So if the ooze comes out and is
Mhm.
within melee range, then he's gonna pretty much like hold his attack until it comes within striking range, and then he's gonna strike down. Then, but
Okay,
for
but
right
you-
now, he's gonna hit it.
you were standing right next to it though. So that means you get an opportunity attack.
No, yeah, it can get an opportunity attack.
Okay. You're very brave.
No, yeah, I'm not a rogue. I cannot disengage.
Alrighty. It's gonna do
But
a
I do have.
pseudopod attack. Yeah, you have that
You
additional
could-
to AC, don't you? Don't you have the shield?
Yeah. So my AC is 20 right now with my shield and shield of faith. It's very high.
Okay. Cool.
So do your worst, ooze. It'll be
Ooh.
like 25.
It lashes out at you. It's close. It lashes out at you as you're stepping back, but you lift up your shield just enough to like have the lash like hit the shield. It didn't get you with an 18.
Well,
Is there anything else you can do?
no, I just look back at everybody and I just kind of nod my head.
Okay, cool. Okay, Theron is gonna take up his mission here. I think I don't know where you should be. I mean, so many people in the way. First, here we gotcha. He's got 4 of those. And yeah.
I honestly feel like I enjoy these Budweiser Zero more than like regular Budweiser.
Yeah, because you
Has
don't get
like a-
hammered.
It has like a good taste to it.
Yeah.
Crisp. It's light.
Yeah, it's very very refreshing.
You can still think straight,
Okay, he's gonna.
It's the one downside.
operate machinery.
Operate machine. I can operate machinery.
Theron's gonna take a deep of his stogie. He's gonna blow it out into the air and he's gonna grumble a little bit. He's
Give
gonna
it a
rub his
magnificent shot.
beard. And he's gonna kind of shift up here behind you, Orsic. And from this position, he's gonna hit with magic missile.
Magic missile. Good
Yeah.
choice.
Hits you, man, for 2 points. As he does, the missiles kind of like fly over you, Orsic, and around dude, and they kind of just like aim straight for the door, and they go, and they make a hit. The jelly kind of goes. It's still looking very well held together. I don't think he can do anything else.
Do it with magic missile. It's three of those.
3 of them.
Yeah. They're each it's one shot, but then it's like 3 separate attacks.
Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, because
so is
it's
that-
a spell
okay.
slot. So be like, man, 2 damage on the spell slot is pretty weak.
Yeah. Never used it before, so
They always hit too. It's a good thing if you're trying to break concentration on somebody too.
yeah. Alrighty, so smacks him, and you can see this thing is still like holding together. It's kind of like just getting angry right now. I think Theron only moved. Yeah, he literally moved like 5 feet. So he's gonna step back again, as Theron would normally do. Next over is the ochre jelly. The ochre jelly, knowing that it's like kind of like in cover here, is starting to get a little bit pissed off by being hit. So it's gonna try and shift a little bit closer. Let's see. Yeah. I don't think it can share space with you. So it kind of just like squeezes itself out of the door and is taking up this area over here. And as it moves, it's going to try and make another attack at you, dude.
Well, when it gets within range, it takes the readied attack.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
So-
You're reading
so
an
he's
action. What
gonna-
was it?
Yeah, just an attack with his long sword.
Sweet.
That is a 20. Dirty
Right.
20.
That definitely hits.
All right, and that's gonna be okay. That's 10 damage.
10 total.
Yeah, and then as he's swinging it, as he feels it connect, he like holds it there for a second, and starts to charge some of that gold light. Kind of starts in his shield, works its way around his arm, comes down into the sword, and there's just like a little like explosion of radiant damage.
All right.
And that's 9. That's an extra 9 damage, so 19 total.
19 total.
Bam.
Yeah.
All right. And as you hit this thing with the sword, and you can see the explosion like kind of like go off in the middle of it. It's almost like a depth charge inside the jelly, and goes boom! And the jelly kind of like expands a little bit and then comes back together with a massive shock. And as it comes together with that massive shock, you can see this thing is just like starting to battle to hold onto its pieces, and it starts like kind of like slopping down, for like parts of its like gelatinous body just kind of like slide off of it and just hit the floor and start dissipating and like spreading out. It's kind of angry at this point, so it's gonna try and go for you with all its might. And it lashes out at you, dude. And as it does, the impact charge that it had from your sword is just like it was too much. It tries to lash out at you, and this weak little go, and it doesn't touch you at all. It just misses you completely. Orsic.
Yes, sir.
Get him.
Can Chuck fight at all?
Yeah, you should have access to his sheets. And you should be able to see all the things that he can do.
Now it
And
says,
he
how do you want to
shake?
create this character? Use the character mancer, create an NPC, or edit sheet directly.
Oh no.
Can he roll over?
Oh,
All
there you
right.
go.
Does
So
it
over
eat
here.
poker jellies?
So you got your actions. Those are the things that you can kind of do. So Carlos let me know today that you get your first cold breath as a free one, but anything after that you have to roll a 1d6, and anything between a 5 and 6 lets you use it again. But for this action, I think you get a free one, and then you can also do your bite.
Okay. I mean, should I go first or let Chuck go first, or is it one or the other?
I know. I think like when it's your turn, Chuck can go. So you
Okay.
can choose which one you want to go first.
Yeah, we'll do Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
So hit cold breath.
Cold
Or-
breath. So just to let you know, if you do use that cold breath, you're gonna hit dude, I think.
Oh, we don't want that. Yeah, don't want that. Okay.
Although you could probably aim it like away from him.
If it's is it like a cone?
It's
Yeah.
a 15-foot cone, yeah.
If it, I mean, he could like just make it like pass through this square and just kind of maybe.
Yeah, so if you did something like
It's
if
hard
you
to tell
had him,
when their token is that big.
yeah, like if you did a cone kind of like this,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you'd
there
be
you
able
go.
to hit him.
Okay. Should I click it or roll an actual dice?
I don't know, man. At this point,
Yeah,
both
click
of them are.
We're gonna click. We're gonna click.
Click
Something's
it.
gotta give.
Okay.
It doesn't want to do it. Oh, it needs to make a saving throw.
So yeah, that's actually maybe this will work out for you, man. Because in this case, you're not the one rolling the dice.
There you go.
Your enemy's the one that rolls the dice. All
Okay,
right.
so it doesn't it doesn't save on that. So you can either roll your 4 dice, your 8 dice 4 times, or you can just take the standard damage that's over there, which is 18.
It's either 4d8s or the number next to it that it shows in the little box is just like they give you an average, like what the middle point is. So you could take that or roll them. If you just have one d8, then just roll it 4 times, and you can add those up.
Okay, I'll do that.
It's like the diamond one.
Yeah. I never use this one, so I was like I was like, what? How many numbers? How many?
Okay, so I got 26.
26.
See?
Holy crap, dude.
That was a good move.
As the kind of blast of freezing hits this thing, you can see the gelatinous kind of body just kind of starts to stiffen up and just freezes in place. How would you want to finish him off?
Or how would Chuck finish him off?
Yeah.
You know, I guess we have a bite. So.
Oh, you don't have to use another action. He's already dead. I'm just saying,
Oh,
how do you want to finish
dead.
this?
Oh.
Get
then,
creative.
you know, he just does a little extra puff. Just blows it right on over.
Okay.
He huffed and he puffed.
And as he
blew the gelatinous shit down.
as he blows this gelatinous ochre jelly, it kind of like it wobbles for a little bit in its solid form, and it kind of tips over backwards into the tunnel and just shatters across the floor. This dude is dead.
Good.
Oh, not dude. Oh god.
Different dude.
Oops.
Not again.
Alrighty.
Oh, Chuck.
You guys are out
Chuck?
of initiative.
That's my dog.
GG's.
That's our boy.
Well, I asked Dude if we feel like the threat's been completed and we can do our little thingamabobber with Kalair.
Has it been completed? There's no other
Yeah.
creepy things around there?
Yeah, I asked Dude, how do you feel? Do you feel like the creepy things have been...
The last rites take it takes about an hour to complete, so I think we need to make sure we're not going to have any company during that time. Can I just walk in here and check to see if there's anything else like beyond this room?
Yeah. And as you go into... No, I'm kidding.
No, it's not. And then you die.
The hallway
Again.
kind of like opens up and extends ahead of you. And as you explore this hallway, you kind of realize that it bends back on itself, and it seems as if this door opens up into the same room you just came from.
Oh, okay, cool. So
Oh,
it's just-
I tear a piece of that raw meat that I still had. I tear a piece off and I throw it at Chuck. I'm like, good boy, Chuck.
Chuck gobbles it up.
Gobbles it
Yeah,
right on.
boy.
Mm.
I like Chuck Orsick. Glad you got Chuck.
Me too.
He's
I'm
a
glad
good-
he's here.
He's a good
He's a
varmint.
good boy.
Thanks, Game Master.
Thanks for my varmint. Is that the god you pray to? The game
The
master?
GM, the general manager.
I'm gonna check something.
All right. Well, Calair begins his ceremony here.
Kaleo, dude.
I mean, I'm sorry. Dude begins his ceremony on Calair.
Okay.
He just kind of leans over, starts to pray over his body, and just praying like protection over his spirit, and that his body will be kept from what's the word? That nothing bad, nothing evil will be able to touch it or mess with it or impact it.
Okay. Cool.
I asked dude if he can just do that over the orcs as well, just because, you know, they thought they'd be protected here, and, you know, they were coming here to try to hide and live a more prosperous life. And, you know, it kind of sucks what happened to them, but just kind of doing the same thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I guess you
sure.
can do it like all in one go, right, Carlos?
I mean, I guess. I mean, let me see. It's like an actual spell. I guess if I want this
Oh.
effect, there's an actual spell called ceremony that lets you do a lot of different things. I can marry people.
Nice. But you're
But
you're casting it as a ritual, right?
yeah, I'm casting it as a ritual.
Okay, cool.
So it says it takes an hour to do, but it does say that using casting it does consume 25 gold worth of powdered silver. So
Do you have
it
powdered
is.
silver?
Well, I mean, usually if it's like, it's up to you if you need me to have like the actual thing, or if I could just deduct the monies. I only have 10 gold, so if
You're gonna have to get some
guys-
loans from the
you
party
guys
pots.
want to
Well,
spot me some
actually-
gold.
Actually, he had gold on his body
Oh, he did have gold. I
that I
checked his pocket.
specifically told, like, I told the orcs not to mess with the body. I did all that.
Mhm.
And if the orcs took the gold, that's on the orcs. But he should have had 20 gold on his person.
Can I check it to see if he still has?
Yeah, he still has the 20 gold on his person.
Okay. Could I use that in
Yeah.
place of the powdered
Yeah,
silver?
yeah.
Because I
Okay.
specifically almost stole it, but I didn't.
Hey, there you go. This is why. All right, so
I literally
contribute-
was like, sorry, Calair.
I contribute my 5 gold to it.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, it is his gold and you are doing it for him. So
yeah.
makes sense.
It's like, hey, dude, you got to pay up. I don't care if you're dead.
Yeah, and it does. Using this, it's like towards the end, funeral rite. You touch one corpse, and for the next 7 days, the target can't become undead by any means short of a wish spell.
Cool.
The cool thing is, if I marry people, they end up with +2 bonus to their AC when they're within 30 feet of each other. Aww.
You should just marry everybody.
I want to get married to
Who
Chuck.
wants to get married? Yeah. Whoa. Hey.
Sweet. Are you guys, while this this hour-long rite is happening, what are you guys doing?
We're just, you know, sitting there, and I guess I'm with Orsic. This is the first time Orsic's actually got to pay respects, so I'm just with Orsic.
I'm following along, present.
All right. Theron's just
Taking it
gonna look over from afar, and he's kind of
When
Taking on
Theron
this.
literally walks up into the room, I go, oh! Because he scared me.
okay.
I forgot he was there.
Kind of just twiddles his beard, right?
And I say, like, really sad about your butt cheek that you lost, Theron.
And when Roscoe says that, I turn and pick up Roscoe.
I'm literally just like in
Yeah,
front of Calair's corpse.
I don't say anything, and I just put him right back down.
That's what he
And
would
I
have
go,
wanted, okay?
For Calair.
Yeah.
Oh, and as I'm doing this, I take the axe out from behind me, and I just I start to pray over it, and just I lay it on like right over his chest, and kind of position his hand so that he's holding it, and I just start to pray over it and him at the same time.
Okay. This is after your ceremony.
I mean, however.
Okay,
it would
cool.
work
Yeah,
out.
no, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So you put down the axe and you lay the hands over the axe and you kind of like steady up his body, and you're casting the ceremony and you kind of like praying and blessing at the same time. And as you're doing this, you can see the axe itself starts to glow really brightly, to the point where the lantern in the room doesn't even cast any light at all. It's just the axe that's casting complete light to fill this entire room. And as it does, it kind of envelops Kelly's body in this white light. And you can see this kind of like shimmer start shifting around his body. And it just sits there for a while.
Cool.
What would you guys like to do?
Well, I mean, we're done here, right?
Thanks, dude.
I guess so, if you want to be.
No problem. I mean, is there anything else we could do here?
I mean,
there
you
any
could look
other
around. You could.
Secret doors anywhere?
They could be, I guess.
It could be.
I don't know if I want to beat up any more blobs.
Yeah, I think we acknowledge that this is what we came for and head
I guess
back.
it's
So,
time
dude, as you shift between those two pillars, you kind of, the same crack that you saw down at the bottom there, you kind of see ahead of you in the north wall. It's not as
crack.
Yeah, it's not as concealed as the other one was, but it was kind of dark and you weren't looking in that area. But you can see there's a similar crack in it.
Well, I mean, we can go. I just want to make sure there's nothing. If there's anything still evil in here, it's not just gonna kill more people that wander in, like the orcs, you know. Or maybe, take the axe and do something evil with it.
Yeah, it's also the light from the axe as well is actually lighting up this crack
Making
in the
it
wall.
easier to see.
Yeah.
Could I just try to pop it open to see like if it's like a big room or something?
You can.
Easily explorable or not?
Kind of cool. Does anyone want to give me that strength check?
I pick up my lantern, by the way. Just, let everybody know.
19.
19. Okay, with a little bit of effort, you slam the sword into the door and you kind of wiggle it a little bit and you push really hard and dust kind of falls down. The light from the axe that's filling the room kind of falls into this hallway, and what you see ahead of you is just like kind of a hallway that ends at like a stop, but you can see that it goes off in two directions.
Sorry, Orsic, I didn't mean to hit it so hard.
Don't worry.
That was funny.
Don't worry.
I'm amazed it didn't make a loud sound. Like
just
it did.
Absorbed it in my body. My bad, team.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't notice that you revealed a part in the map. All right, you just walk in there really quick, just looking around.
And as you walk in to your right hand side, the passageway continues, and you see a door at the end of this passageway. And on your left, you see a like a tumbled in kind of hallway.
On my left, it's like okay, and to the right, it looks like a door over there.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just let me? I'm just gonna re-up my Shield of Faith spell, just in case.
All right.
I walk in with him just because kind of that thirst for possible treasure. I'm like, all right.
You know what, Roscoe,
guys-
this is an opportunity for you to pick somebody else up this time. Since he's smaller
Oh.
than you.
Hey, I have a, but I know what it's like to be picked up. I don't want to insult. But I also am like, I'm kind of wowed by him a little bit just because he's pretty, like, seems like he knows what he's doing. Oh, Nate, Nate, you got a handheld.
There you go. Yeah, it works
It's
out.
fine. It's fine.
But yeah, I'm kind of interested in this, possibly exploring gold and stuff. It's a dwarf cave. You never know.
Yeah.
Let me, can I check to see if this door opens here?
Yeah, you can. And as you push on the door, you can see kind of like the lock where it was is very loose and looks tattered from like years of just sitting and chilling here. And the door just kind of swings open. I think it's this one. And as it swings open, you see 3 stone bed frames stand against the east wall. The rest of it is just like little bits of like fallen stone on the floor, but it's a room basically carved out of this mountain.
Can I inspect the bed frames?
You can. Can you give me an investigation check?
Sure. 18.
18. Nice. So you start going through the bed frames. You start kind of like at the north side where they are up against the wall, and you're moving and you're looking through these bed frames, checking underneath the mattresses and stuff like that. And doesn't appear to be anything in the first one. You move over to the second one. Nothing seems to be there. It's just like these tattered, like kind of bedclothes and mattresses and stuff like that. But as you get to kind of the third one and you're looking around, you kind of can feel that same breeze that you felt before coming from the south of you.
Jeez, more breezes.
Yeah, it's coming through a crack somewhere.
These cracks and breezes, man.
Mm-hmm.
No squelching though, right?
No squelching.
All right, can I try to again kind of jam that in there?
Yeah, you can. This is it over here.
Over there, yeah, right there. Yeah, that's what I meant, right there. That's the crack.
Okay, cool. I mean, you kind of like shove your sword in there, you wiggle it around a little bit. This one gives away a little bit easier than the others did. And as you're kind of like working, slides open, a little bit of dust falls, and a new area is revealed to you. And as you walk into here, you see an empty stone font that juts out of the southeast wall. A stone wardrobe against the east wall, and that's all you can see right now.
Okay, can I go inspect the wardrobe?
Yeah. So as you open the wardrobe, the smell of just like dead and damp and whatever comes out of this wardrobe, and on the interior see the rotted remains of 2 suits of red leather armor.
Is the armor like special or cool?
No, it's rotted.
Oh, it's just rotted armor.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in the room besides the wardrobe, or anything else on the bodies?
There's no bodies in this room. It's just those 2
Oh,
rotted.
it's just the armor. I thought you said there was like bodies that were. Okay.
No.
I misunderstood. Is there anything else in the room, like, or is there a door down here?
Yeah, so this is a door over here.
Oh, there's another door. Okay. Can I
You
open
push on the
that?
door. The door kind of. Hold on. I have to keep on switching back between layers over here. The door kind of opens into this hallway. You can see right in front of you is another door, but it seems as if the doorway stretches to the east and to the west.
Okay. Jeez. Is there anything else of note in this room besides I see rubble over here?
No, so this I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing here.
Well, I don't know, but I don't like that music.
I know it's been scary. I'm scared.
Oh.
Where the hell is this thing? So there's a door, like I said, like right in front of you, but there's a piece of that doesn't seem to be showing up.
We don't die though, right?
You're not dying, don't worry.
Nobody's
God.
dead. Okay.
Okay, cool. So like in this room you just see this looks as if this is a hallway that's kind of collapsed in on itself. It appears that like if you had to try and dig it out, it would lead to somewhere else. And then to the west is the back end of kind of the doors that you've been going through right now, all the secret doors. And you can see it now properly as a door when you're at the back of it. And then in front of you is just a regular door.
Can I open this door now?
Yeah. You open this door, and in this area is it's like a partially collapsed room. Half buried in the rubble is a skeleton of a dwarf priest wearing the same rotted red leather armor that you saw in the cupboard. And around the dwarf skeleton's neck hangs a holy symbol. It's a tiny jeweled dagger on a silver chain.
Is there anything I could tell about the dagger, or like anything I recognize about like maybe the deity it represents, or is it evil?
Give me
Anything like that?
a religion check.
Sure. How do I have a 0 on religion? Why did I not pick that? An 8.
An 8.
Because the dude is not religious, man.
Hey man, I'm not religious, dude.
Look, it's not about religion. It's about relationship, man.
Hey, well said.
I think from your perspective, like since you've been following Eldath for a while, like all your memory or the ideas or concept of the other gods that you would normally follow or understand don't really come to you at this stage. But there isn't like you don't, yeah, it doesn't appear to like be anything evil from this distance. You're like standing right at the back of the room.
I'm gonna do my divine sense just to be safe.
Okay.
Do I pick up on any kind of evils or evil creatures or anything like that?
No evil creatures, no celestial stuff, nothing undead.
Roscoe,
except for yeah, no, you good.
Except for Ross. Are you a fan of jewelry, my friend?
Very much.
I just kind of like pop the necklace off and toss it back to Roscoe.
All right.
And I'll look at it, just kind of check it out, see if it's like, real.
Yeah,
Bite it.
Definitely real. As you bite into the gold, you can feel
And it
that
it's gold.
real.
Okay.
And then yeah, it's gold. It's a gold thing on a silver chain with some gems in it. Holy symbol of Abathor, tiny jewel dagger on a silver chain. And then as you're taking a closer look at it, you can see that the symbol in the dagger is inscribed with dwarvish runes.
Well, I look at Orsic. I'm like, you know what these dwarvish runes are?
And this is like super easy for you to say or to read. It says greed is good.
It is good.
Yeah.
It says Reed is good.
Greed.
Creed is good. Hey, with arms wide open.
No, dude, it's greed.
Creed
Greed, okay?
No.
And
Creed.
is good. No.
You can take me higher.
Roscoe, with
Can we-
your eagle eye, you can also tell, having inspected it really closely, this probably will fetch you around about 50 gold pieces.
Greed is good.
Greed is good. I'm kidding.
Is there another
well,
necklace
yeah.
around that says Nickelback is good? Because I'm getting the hell out of here.
Is this guy Scott Stapp?
Can we please change it to Creed is good? Please.
Apollo Creed. He's good.
Is
He's
that a
good.
G or a C? The G's pretty rubbed off here. I think it's a C.
Maybe you could take it back to the armor smith and ask her to just rub off the G. Can you turn this to a C? I really want it to be a
Creed
C.
is good. Sweet.
Greed
packet.
is good.
I go ahead and just, now that I kind of noticed that this door, is this just like a regular door that leads to the?
No, it's a secret door, but like you're standing at the back of it, so you can actually see that it's a secret door. It opens up into that hallway that you guys cleared out earlier.
Well, I'll just
It's
I'll
a
just walk
short
back.
cut. You just go.
I'm getting out of here. Look.
Well, let me walk through it.
Well, I get,
Oh, there's some music.
whenever the party gets back, I just kind of say like, hey, it sounds like, super glad you did the ceremony, and then I tell him I guess we can head to Nomengard from here.
As you guys kind of make your way back into this room, where are all of you?
I
Dude.
headed back.
Fine.
Oh, there you
There
are,
you go.
dude. You're under. Okay.
It was hard to make it around, man. Lots of twists and turns, a lot of ins and outs.
Orsic, as you're standing there, you can see as you come through the door, and Chuck is standing there waiting for you. You can see him scratching at the pillar in front of him.
Say, what's that, boy?
And then he just like scratches a little bit more at the pillar.
Maybe he's marking his territory.
Is he about to poop?
Watch out.
He is the son of Sir Longdrop.
The dude gets back.
He is the son of Sir Long. God.
He hasn't pooped since we met, so maybe it's time.
And he squats and he takes a big
Celebratory
poop.
Hey.
No.
It's hilarious if
boy.
Orsic just carries around the little bags and just like, then we all just have to watch him.
You're desecrating this place.
And they're huge, like they're just huge turds.
Yeah.
Just
They're like the
giant.
size of your head. No, he's just scratching at the pole. He's kind of like sniffing at it and scratching at it.
Can I call over dude to investigate?
You can, of course. Yeah.
If you
Okay.
would.
You don't want to invest. You're not going to investigate yourself. You're like,
No,
let's
he's
get the
just
guy
been-
that rolls a 9.
He's been the door guy,
Just
So,
check. I'm
yeah.
I
back.
think there's a door in this pillar.
Isn't
It's a-
Roscoe better at
I don't know.
investigation?
Oh,
It's a
yes,
13.
No, I think I actually have a 0.
You have a 0. No way.
Oh no, I have a 3. I have a 3.
There you go. I rolled
Yeah.
a 13. If that's not good enough,
I can investigate the hell out of
yeah, you
shit.
should do some investigating.
I'm gonna investigate this pillar
Y'all
just for
both
fun.
investigate.
Investigate
that pillar.
crap.
You know what? Actually, Theron should probably do the investigating.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was
but
gonna
Darren-
say.
He's gonna.
Yeah,
he's
Darren,
gonna-
you've been awfully quiet,
Oh,
Darren.
I literally,
he's just
when
like twerking on his toga. He's like.
literally, I see Theron and I jump again because I forgot he was here.
So Theron kind of moves over and he waddles over to the door, and he's gonna do a quick investigating over here. This elf man. I'm looking for Theron, not the wolf.
The wolf is investigating.
Theron rolls an investigation check. What did you
Okay,
get,
Theron?
guys?
I got a 13.
You got 13. Okay, cool. He kind of puts his hands over the pillar and kind of like feels it a little bit, and then
That's it.
pushes, and then it gives way, kind of like a door gives way. Moves his hand, and it kind of like swings
Door.
over. And on the interior of this pillar is like an open space, and on this inside the space, it's a cavity that's packed with dwarf skulls. And as the door opens, they kind of like roll out of the door, spreading all over the floor. And at the bottom of this kind of cavity in this pillar is a stone coffer.
What's a coffer?
It's like a
treasure
chest.
Does Theron say there's a chest in there?
Darren kind of mumbles a little bit, but that's about it.
He said it was a coffer. So, well, I'm
Can
close
I
enough
literally
to
say?
see
I literally say, "What's a coffer?"
it. It's somebody who's trying to expel something from his chest repeatedly.
Oh, like a coffer.
Hey-o.
Hey, oh.
Well, if nobody's gonna do anything about this coffer,
He kind of just points at it. He's like, whatever, and then he steps back a little bit.
I check it out with my
Alright.
crowbar. I pull out my crowbar.
Take her
And
back.
Out of my way, there.
Doing my check. Is it locked?
It's not locked. It's unlocked, and as you swing the lid open, this sort of blinding beam of light comes out and evaporates your entire crossbow, hits your hand, melts your hand, and your face melts along with it.
Ew.
Anything left is... No, I'm kidding. It didn't happen.
I was like, see you, dudes.
As
Don't
you-
worry, guys.
As you
I
open
can
it,
do
there
another
is
ritual.
the light coming from the ceremony that Dude just cast, the axe light and everything. It's filling the room, kind of filters into the space, and as you open the stone coffer, there's this glistening in the coffer, and on the interior of the coffer you see 15 gemstones.
Yep.
Boink, boink,
Various
boink,
gemstones,
boink,
like
boink,
of
boink, boink.
varying types.
I open my bag and just start
Yeah.
throwing them in. I'm kind of looking at them, kind of examining them,
Yeah, so
kind
as
of
you,
like seeing.
Haven't you ever seen Aladdin, man? Come on.
as you're like looking at them and inspecting them before you put them in your pouch, you kind of get the sense, like from the size and the type of these gemstones, that they're worth around about 10 gold pieces each. It's 15 of them.
All right. About 150 gold there, and then 50 from the necklaces. That's about 3 million gold, approximately, give or take. My math might be off a little.
And not that I don't trust him, but I ask, what's in the coffer?
Say 15 gemstones, baby.
Perfect. Do you mind to carry those for us?
I
Looks
will.
Like you're
Hey,
already
and
halfway through.
I mean, I tell Orsic, I say, we'll find a place in the party for the gold that comes out of this.
Perfect.
15.
Good work, Chuck.
Theron
Good.
just
Yeah,
nods.
I know.
Takes
I
a
literally tear off
token of-
another piece of meat. I
Yeah?
tear off another piece of meat and I throw it to Chuck.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Okay.
way to go, bro.
How big are these pieces of meat that you're tearing off? Are they like snack
For
size,
me-
or are they like...
For me, they're this because the steak, even if it was like a New York strip, like it's like a handful. So I
Yeah.
probably have one more handful of steak left
Okay, cool.
for my size of hand.
All right.
So it's
Is it-
not huge, but
What's like, you're very lucky that your buddy's looking after your dog.
I'm very
hey,
grateful.
my family raised me right. Animals.
Feed the dogs.
You gotta feed the dogs,
Feed the
Yeah.
dogs.
especially when there's so many little people that might look awfully delicious to him.
Theron's gonna do some like rumbling around here. He's gonna go into this like area where you guys were. He's gonna rattle around with some of the stone and see if he can shake anything loose. And as he does,
Hey, buddy,
As he does, a rat runs out of the loose rocks that are over here, and as it does, he grabs it, picks it up, and snaps its neck, and he puts it in his pouch.
He was looking for those. He was looking for
What?
those, dude.
What did I just see?
That's normal. It's normal for him.
Hey, to each his own, I always say.
Alrighty. Kind of steps out. Before he steps out of the doorway, he takes a big toke of his stogie. And he blows out this big cloud and kind of fills the doorway. And as it does, he steps through the smoke, looking like a gallant wizard.
Dude, just like. Very cool.
Yeah, buddy. Alrighty, we leaving?
Yes.
Cool.
Onward.
Darren's gonna lead the way over here. Dude, can you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Constitution saving. Constituting. What am I constituting for? 17.
17. Okay, cool. You can feel like a little bit of a wave kind of hit you, and the room that you're standing in fills with a little bit of color, and it goes, but it kind of dissipates. But you get the sense that the ceremony that you just did has brought some power into the room.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oops.
Sick.
As you guys leave this area, you kind of hear a thumbing, like a happening behind you. And the light from the axe and from Calais' body starts to like kind of go, and gets brighter and brighter and brighter. And then there's this like big flash. And the light kind of dissipates off of Calais' body. And his body just starts to evaporate. Along with the axe.
What have I done? I'm just kidding.
The axe kind of goes along with his body. And just dissipates into the ether and clears out of the room.
What about the pillow?
The pillow is still there.
I go back for the pillow.
Okay, cool. You know I have a very nice pillow.
Nice.
It's my pillow, actually.
Oh.
And
whose pillow is it?
Yeah.
also, as you're watching Roscoe run back, that sound hits you again. Like somebody's in this area. You hear some rocks moving in the ruins in this area. It's like those same sort of footsteps that you heard earlier.
I call out, anyone there? Anything there?
And you can hear some like whispering.
There's no need to fear. We're good people. This big dire wolf is friendly. Probably. But we come in peace. Is anyone there?
The whispering stopped now, like there's nothing coming.
Well, is there anything, any action I could take to?
You can try and roll another perception check and see if you can see more, or you can move forward, try and investigate. You can.
Yeah, can I move
throw a
towards
rock.
the sound?
Roscoe, as you're moving forward there, you can kind of see hiding in this little hallway over here. Or this little ruin over here behind these rocks is
a demon.
More gold.
Do I get my own varmint? It's a squirrel.
Shit, I can't see them.
I can't either. Whoa, easy, dude.
Okay, I'll just put these dudes there.
Hi, dudes.
And as you walk over, you kind of notice these two. They're kind of like trying to hide. And and you recognize them. This is Desden and Norbus. They've been following you from Fandolin.
Oh,
Whoa.
these guys, come on. I mean, I don't know them personally, so I say, hey, happy adventure.
I ask them why they've been following us. I'm like, why did you guys follow us?
And then Desden says to you, well, I just want to see if you're going to come back. You know, we know that there's treasure and stuff here, so we didn't know what to do. And having a bigger army, you know, we want to see if we could come back with you.
It's like, well, we actually had to fight another one of those blob beasts, and actually it killed the orcs that were here, so it's kind of lucky you guys left in the first place, because they totally wiped the floor with the orc. And
Norbus
York
kind of
family.
grumbles to Desden and says, see, I told you, we shouldn't have come back. We probably lost the treasure and everything.
Well, I tell them that we're going to go to Normangard, and they're allowed to, if they want to come with us to Normangard, they'd be welcome to.
Then Desden kind of like pops and says, are you sure you got everything? Is everything dead?
And I said, I tell them I'm not 100% sure, but we explored a lot of the area and nothing attacked us anymore.
Okay. She kind of says, okay, Norbus, it means we can dig again. Let's just carry on. And they're going to hang out there. Did they give you the sending stones the last time? I can't remember.
Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
They did. Okay, cool.
And I tell them that there's still a dragon about, so y'all still need to be very careful. And I go, but please feel free. Like, you guys have already stayed in the inn. Feel free to come back into town. I'm sure you'll be welcome. It's like, but you already know there'll be a dragon about, so y'all know the warnings. And in my mind, I'm thinking, like, I already scored the gold for that, so, like, I really don't care if they come with us to town or not. It's just letting them know, there's still a dragon. Like, you know, don't be stupid.
Desmond like says, well, thank you again for the warning. If we spot the dragon, we'll run inside the temple. Hopefully you wouldn't be able to get inside.
Yep.
Seems like a
See
pretty
you
good
later,
plan.
alligator.
Sweet. Alrighty, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I actually have to pop off, just because I don't want to stay up too late and make noise and be excitable with, having an early morning. But I say from here we go to Normangard or Nomangard.
Okay. So do you guys want to stay there for the next session?
Probably be a good idea.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna
A
get
good
up early
place.
as well.
A good place before you get too deep into something else.
Yeah. No, good idea. They give me some more time to prep the other quest as well. So that's good.
Oh yeah, that'll be
Yeah,
good.
you
I
will.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll have a full party next time, you know?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Hopefully.
Hoping we have a cigar toking wizard along with us.
He's already lost one butt cheek, so
and half a brain cell.
Running
half
out
a
of
brain
bullets.
cell.
Jeez.
Remo, thanks for putting all this together again.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sweet.
It's been
Yeah.
a lot of fun, dude. Every session's been fun.
I like the opportunity to go back and put myself to rest.
Hey, I did put you to rest. I put a pillow under your head.
And it was a very nice pillow. And you're gonna enjoy it.
I'm so amped about this pillow.
I'm excited.
Even more
We found a
so,
bu-
I'm
we
so
found a
pumped
bunch of
that
cool
I'm
stuff.
so pumped that I stuffed that pillow, and the two dwarves didn't even think about it. It's just like, I don't know, it's crazy. That's totally the pillow we took from him.
They probably can't see it because it's like in your backpack or something.
You got the
Exactly.
pillow, got the treasure. I mean, it feels more worthwhile that Kyler died, because before it's like he died and then you guys just left without exploring the place and getting anything from there.
I'll be real. I was super nervous to keep exploring that place because
You're like,
we already
"No,
lost.
no,
We
that's
lost
okay."
one person, and I was like, if we're gonna be down a party member, I don't want to explore anything.
Well, I mean, this time we had like a full party and a
Yeah,
giant
freaking
wolf.
Mm-hmm. You're also level 3.
Yeah. Before we were like level
Y'all
2
need to
and
quit-
then 3 of
Don't
us.
act like teammates just don't die. All All right, because that
They
happened.
can.
Hmm.
They sure can. I felt a lot more confident with the shield and an extra +2 AC. That's
Yeah,
very
that helped.
helpful to
Yeah,
not
Yeah.
buddy.
die.
And you made easy work of their first jelly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel good.
Makes it seem
We'll
not
just-
as daunting this time around.
I know, right?
Sweet. Yeah, no, dudes, that was great. Thanks so much for
Yeah.
being patient with me trying to figure that stuff out. But
No, man, for sure. You're doing a great job, dude.
thanks, man.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Yeah, dudes. Nate, wonderful to have you back, man.
Good to be back. Yeah, sorry again for being gone, but it was an awesome trip.
Yeah,
All right,
dude.
It's a
Yeah,
real
man.
life adventure. Those are important.
Yeah,
It was
those
great.
are all adventures. That's
You
where you
found
pick
some
up the
really
tricks.
awesome dice up there too, which is great, you
Yeah, heck yeah, that's right. If only they
Yeah,
would
man.
work for me now.
know.
Sweet dudes, let me close out this stream over here. I want to say thank you to everybody who came and watched the stream. Really appreciate you stopping by and seeing what kind of shenanigans these guys get up to. Hopefully, we'll be back in 2 weeks. So check back then, and we'll see you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.